here. So I'm going to talk to you today a little bit. First of all, hope everybody's doing well. I know that with this crazy COVID, supposedly these are the 2 weeks we got all hang in there, hang tough, follow the rules. But I want to talk to you a little bit about working from home. So now we're working from home, and this is a good time to get software compliance on your radar. Okay, it's probably something most people never think about. During the course of business, you're too busy with employees and new deals and fulfillment, things like that. You're way too busy for things. And so what happens, a lot of software gets installed throughout the organization. But now that you're working from home, you need to check your licenses for your software. You need to make sure you have the ability to work from home, to maybe install the software on your laptop. So some people will ask me, is software enforcement, is software compliance going down during these times? We have seen one of the main organizations, Business Software Alliance, it looks like maybe they were slowing down a little. This is purely my opinion, but it seems like that's kind of slowing down with the letters and everything. But a lot of other companies, in the CAD auto space, the work desk space and things like that, they continue to enforce their software, your Alpha Cams, your Surf Cams, your Vero software, your SolidWorks software, things like that. So a lot of companies continue during this time to monitor and enforce their copyrights. So in other words, this is a good time to make sure you're compliant. This is probably the time you want to sit down and actually read the EULA, the end user license agreement. Most people never read it. They just click I agree and then whatever it is. But there are companies that are, I've got one in my mind, I'm not going to say their name, but you install their software and they don't offer an enterprise version of their software. So what happens is, somebody will take their software, they'll load it, they'll use it, and say one of their workers just went home for, COVID reasons. And you flip them the disk and you say, here, well, just install it at home, use it at home, you're part of the company. Well, those things can trigger an alert to certain companies that are using what we call this phone home technology, where you log in, it sends them a message. And if they find out, people would not believe some of the demands that we get in our business. We see them, 200,000, 400,000, 600,000, and little trivial things like something like sharing a disk and having somebody use it and work from home without the proper licensing rights to do that. We've seen things like this trigger demands for $30, $40, $50, $70,000. So this is not a laughing matter. This is it's a caution to take time now while you're working from home, while you probably have some extra time on your hand. Get to know what software you're using. Make sure you're in license compliance. I'm going to give you another one, okay? This is another big tip. So we do tons of software audit cases, software compliance, defending companies and individuals accused of software piracy. Okay. Another big tip is Microsoft software. Okay. A lot of people say, well, a lot of it's on the cloud now. Why do we have to worry? You can't beat the cloud. But what happens is, for example, with Microsoft, say you're a company and you buy Office Personal. I know that sounds like a little contradictory. It says, well, but Office Personal, Office kind of tells me it's an office. Anyway, this is the way the marketing runs, okay? So we will get cases, believe it or not, where somebody is installing the personal version and they'll find out that you're using the personal version for business. You may say to yourself, oh, what is that? That's a tiny little, what's that? A couple $100 will fix that. It's like a fix-it ticket. No, siree. You can find yourself facing a software audit. You can find them demanding thousands and thousands. And trust me, 5 figures, I always say, is kind of like not uncommon, 5-figure settlements. So these are, and up, that's just kind of baseline. That's just to make sure the lawyers get paid, on their side. So this is the time to look into that, and especially your Microsoft Office products, because what happens when you end up in a software audit, if they find one unlicensed suite of Office, they'll break that into several pieces, say your Microsoft Outlook, your OneNote, your PowerPoint, your Excel, your Word. Okay, so they break that up and they say, well, this wasn't one infringement. This was 1, 2, 3, 5 infringements. and then they'll do multipliers and try to rake up a huge bill. So now is the time to look at these things. If you have any unlicensed installations, well, maybe the companies, some of them are slowing down a little bit. Now is the time to get your compliance in check. Put this on the corporate radar. I know it seems like a super small, trivial issue, but believe me, when you get what we call the love letter, and it's demanding your company engage in an audit, it's not so fun. And we do our best to get those numbers down and confidential settlements and everything else. But believe me, these lawyers on the other side can be very aggressive and very experienced and very aggressive. So if you got a letter, we offer free consultations. Just give us a ring. You can find us at attorneysteve.com. I can't make it any easier than that. attorneysteve.com, free consultation. But this is a good time while you're hunkering down and maybe you've got a little extra time. Look into your software compliance. Put that as an issue because, trust me, people think it's nothing until they get the letter. And then they freak out. Okay, then they freak out because now you get a letter from a law firm demanding, basically threatening litigation, and that is no fun. Trust me. So, Attorney Steve, tip of the day: software compliance. Yes, it's still a go during COVID. Maybe it's slowing down just a hair, but there are some very aggressive companies that are not slowing down. Okay. Attorney Steve, have a great day. Be nice to each other. I'll be back this week with some other great videos. I'm going to be doing a video on privileges in depositions, privileges and some common deposition objections. You're not going to want to miss this, okay? Bookmark us, subscribe. Thanks for watching. If you like this, give me a thumbs up and don't be afraid to comment down below. AttorneySteve.com. Have a great day. Bye now.